Thank you. Could we just have your attention for, I'd say a couple minutes, but that's always an exaggeration, so we'll say 10 or 15 minutes. I'm the bad guy that has to take you away from the bar and from the small talk, so just appreciate you giving us a couple minutes to introduce ourselves. I know. Thank you all for joining us here at the University Club in Providence, Rhode Island. It's an honor to be welcoming you all again here for our end of the year event. My name is David Almonte. I'm one of the co-founders of Fountainhead, Rhode Island. I usually go off the cuff, but I also usually forget a couple things that I want to say, so just bear with me. I wrote some stuff down this year. For those that may not be aware, the goal of Fountainhead, Rhode Island is to connect like-minded, diverse individuals who share a similar passion, vision, and ambition for moving not only communities here in Rhode Island forward, but communities across the country. This year, we held 2 of our marquee educational panel events focusing on top risks for future generations and leadership and culture in the workplace. We welcomed some of the nation's top experts on these topics and provided a venue for business and community leaders to come together to learn, grow, and connect. We also hosted another 8 community spotlights on Facebook, shining a light on incredible organizations and leaders throughout the country. We're closing in on almost 100 community spotlights since our inception. Quick show of hands. How many people have been to a Fountainhead event this year? Awesome. For those that did not raise your hand, it's sort of a trick question because you are at one right now. We had another banner year in 2023, made possible by our incredible board as well as our advisory committee members. So if you serve in a volunteer role either on the board or on the advisory committee, could you please raise your hand so we can celebrate you? Round of applause. Thank you all for your incredible leadership and commitment to giving back to Rhode Island and beyond. Now, most of you know I love to read, and this year is no different, as I'm constantly looking for inspiration as I complete a book of my own. In doing so recently, I stumbled across a video with a short story that I wanted to share with you all. It goes like this. There were 2 wolves, and they were always fighting. One is darkness and despair. The other is light and hope. Which wolf wins? And the answer is, whichever one you feed. And so I love that story because it's obviously not about a wolf. It's about life. It also reminds me a lot of Fountainhead and why we created this organization. What makes this organization so powerful is not just what we do, although that's certainly important, but rather who we choose to surround ourselves with while we do the things that bring us joy and that fulfill our purpose. When we surround ourselves with those individuals who support us, who lift us up, who push us to be better versions of ourselves, it makes us all better people. It makes the communities in which we live, work, and serve that much stronger. It can be easy to get lost in the darkness of life or to go down the rabbit hole of despair. But life is a lot more fun when you choose instead to spend some time in the light, connecting with like-minded, diverse leaders along the way. My challenge to all of you is to be mindful of which wolf you feed as we gear up for another amazing year ahead of all of us. We appreciate each and every one of you for your continued support and for all that you do to make Rhode Island a better place to live, work, and serve. We have some amazing things planned in the year ahead, and we look forward to sharing our vision with you in the weeks ahead. I'm going to turn it over to Jason.
When we did this for the first time 8 years ago, I didn't need glasses, so we're mixing it up a little bit. Look, what can I say? I mean, first and foremost, we want to express our heartfelt thanks to our sponsors who've generally and genuinely supported us over the last year. I mean, it's been absolutely critical for our organization as we continue to burgeon and thrive. Our gold level sponsor, UNFI. Let's give a hand for UNFI and the team there. Bronze level sponsors, the Washington Trust Company and Bank Newport. And our special event sponsor, JP Morgan Chase, on the silver level. So thanks to the JP Morgan Chase team. Their unwavering commitment and partnership have played a crucial role in our success, and we are truly grateful for that continued support. And I want to thank them for being indispensable members of our Fountainhead RI community. As we listen closely to the whispers of the past, and we witness familiar and new faces in this room, as David made us recognize tonight that there's still so many new people among us in joining the great cause of Fountainhead, Rhode Island, we recognize the ongoing progress reflecting the flourishing of our group and our team. With this prosperity, our capacity to instigate positive change grows with each connection and generous contribution. Tonight marks the eve of our 8th annual event, and we celebrate the journey here that has brought us to this pivotal moment in this room with all of you tonight. Here, amid shared success, we raise a toast to another milestone, another year at an exquisite venue, our first time doing it at the University Club here in Providence, Rhode Island. I want to thank the University Club. I want to thank my friend Hamza for opening up their arms to us and our organization tonight. Now, our doubts today are the only limits to what we can achieve tomorrow. As each year unfolds, our confidence rises, doubts diminish, and strengthened bonds and connections empower us to reach greater heights and strive for excellence. It's not about what happens tonight, but rather the aftermath of this gathering, where connections are established, concepts spring into existence, and communication evolves into tangible action. And on that note, we take great pride in announcing our support for the American Parkinson Disease Association of Rhode Island. Aligning with our commitment to giving back, your presence tonight, every person in this room, is contributing to that effort and this noble cause. Since 1961, the APDA has raised over $252 million, funding patient services, educational programs, and vital research aimed at unraveling the mysteries that is Parkinson's. And this room can be part coming together to eradicate this awful and terrible disease. And with that, I want to thank everybody for being here in this endeavor. And I'm now going to turn the floor over to Michelle Mach to say a few words on behalf of the organization. Thank you for being here.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm the chapter coordinator for the American Parkinson Disease Association here in Rhode Island. First of all, thank you, Jason, for this personal invitation, and thank you, the whole board here, for having us tonight and for really highlighting the work that we're doing. I really appreciate that. So before I delve into the work of the Rhode Island chapter, I'd like to share a few facts about Parkinson's. Parkinson's disease, which I'll sometimes abbreviate to PD for short, just for simplicity, is a disease where the growing numbers of diagnosis are astounding. There are an estimated 1 million people living with PD in the United States and 10 million people with PD worldwide. Most people who develop the symptoms of Parkinson's disease do so sometime after the age of 50, but it impacts people who are younger than that as well. Approximately 10% of Parkinson's diagnosis occur before the age of 50. Every 6 minutes, someone in the U.S. is given a Parkinson's disease diagnosis. Several thousands of people have PD in our state. You might be asking yourself, what does PD look like if you're unfamiliar? How are individuals with PD affected in their minds, their bodies, their daily lives? So Parkinson's can look really different from person to person. It's a type of movement disorder that can affect the ability to perform common daily tasks. It's a chronic and progressive disease, meaning symptoms do get worse over time. It's characterized by its most common motor symptoms, which will include tremors, rigidity of muscles, slowness of movement. It also manifests as non-motor symptoms such as sleep problems, depression, fatigue, cognitive changes in personality. What makes PD distinctive from other movement disorders is that cell loss is occurring in a very specific region of the brain, which ultimately will impact dopamine production. And dopamine is what helps really regulate movement. Sadly, right now, there's not a cure for Parkinson's disease. Our chapter is a grassroots organization. Sorry, let me sort of sneak back here. Thank you for highlighting the work of the national organization with the APDA. I know you already summarized what APDA nationally is doing. So the Rhode Island chapter is a branch of that. We provide education, referrals, resources, programs, and support while also funding vital research. We represent the PD community with national and local bills, such as the National Plan to End Parkinson's Act. I know some of you at the State House are familiar with that one. So our chapter is grassroots, like I was saying, meaning our board of directors is entirely volunteer-based. They're giving generously of their time. They're really dedicated to this cause. Our chapter has 8 dedicated volunteer members. From the board this evening, we have a vice president with us, Joseph Gomboski, as well as our treasurer, Kristen Dearston, and longtime board member and recent honoree, Sandy McLeod. They're essential to overseeing our objectives and providing feedback on the programs we partner with. From the ground up, they help us shape and deliver these incredible events and fundraisers. Our chapter has 2 staff members, one being myself. I'm the point of contact with marketing, donor relations, fundraising, and helping organize volunteers. We have a very important staff member with us, Lorianne Oliveria, and I know many of you have already connected with her tonight. She's the info and referral director at the Movement Disorders Program, which is located at Butler Hospital. Lorianne's often the first point of contact for newly diagnosed individuals, their care partners, and anyone that's seeking education or resources. She provides them with the appropriate referrals or programs. She empowers them with the tools they need to feel confident and hopeful about their options for symptom management and lifestyle changes. She delivers valuable programs, those geared towards newly diagnosed individuals, and different programs that allow people to connect with one another. And speaking of connection, we offer a lot of support groups here in our state. They're available for people who are diagnosed or people who are caring for those who are diagnosed. It's an incredibly valuable component of our work. We currently have 10, like I said, and that number is steadily growing. A really popular component about what we offer is exercise programs. So exercise is really essential for people with Parkinson's. It helps them stay strong, stimulate the mind, increase coordination and balance. Currently, we're offering community grants. We partner with programs that offer these different types of exercise, and we provide these grants to help them launch these new programs. So we focus on partnering with ones that are accessible, diverse, located in underserved areas across the state. And so the classes will range from boxing, pedaling, dance, aquatic exercise. We have all of those covered, and the topics keep changing and keep growing, so it's really exciting. So as you know, we're a nonprofit, and bear with me, I'm almost wrapping up, I promise. So we're a nonprofit. I know you're wondering, how do we fundraise? How do we pay for all these programs, right? And how do we bring the community together? So we have 2 annual events currently. One is our June 3rd, 16th annual Drive Away Parkinson's Golf Tournament. It's at the beautiful Quidnesset Country Club. Last year it sold out. We're hoping to do that again this year. It's a full day lunch, 18 holes, dinner reception, raffle, and so forth. If you're a golfer, if you'd like to attend, that'll be launching on the website soon. Feel free to reach out with any questions about that. And then on Saturday, September 28th, is our 16th annual Optimism Walk. So 26 years we've had that event. Usually 500 people come to the event, and many more contribute to that. It's a family-friendly event. It's at Warwick City Park. Our partners come out. There's demonstrations and so forth. Last year, we raised $116,000 through our network of support for that event, and that was incredible. We're excited to announce that this coming year in January, we're hoping to have our first Magic of Hope Gala here in Providence. So we picked out a venue in the downtown area. We're just in the middle of securing that. We're so excited to formally announce that soon. It'll be a night of celebration, a great opportunity for fundraising through auction and sponsorship opportunities. So all of these events really are great ways to get involved with the chapter. For each of these events, we're seeking support when it comes to sponsorships, volunteers, committee members. There's sponsorship packages available for all these events. We have committees for every event, so it's a great way to get involved and start working with our passionate board and committees. We have literature available in the back corner of the venue here tonight, as well as the APDA green wristbands. If you want to take those to spread some awareness, that would be great. And if you haven't already, please introduce yourself to our board and let us know about the good work you're doing in the community as well. We want to hear from you. I will say, too, if you're interested in donating, you can go to our website. It's riapda.org, or you could write a check tonight. So feel free to reach out if you have questions about how to donate, or again, questions about any of these opportunities that we have throughout the year. And I really appreciate your attention for this whole chunk of time I just took from your evening. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for your individual contributions through your ticket sale tonight. And thanks again to RI Fountainhead for having us. We couldn't be doing this without our partners, so thank you for supporting
Michelle,
us.
on behalf
Yeah.
of Fountainhead RI and everybody in this room, just a small token.
Oh, thank you so much.
Check side. And again,
Wonderful.
for the team that's here from the APD, if you just raise your hands, just so everybody knows who to talk to. Keep up the incredible work.
Thank you.